What's going on, craft beer lovers? Today I am super thirsty and I'm super ready to get into this beer. It's going to be my first time ever trying the Goose Island Beer Company IPA, the Goose Island IPA. Take a look. Pretty bottle. Bottles are a little bit of trouble, right? I ride a motorcycle for my main, that guy behind me is my main daily driver, has been for years and years, in any kind of weather, rain or freezing cold. And so I'm always like, bottles are a little more annoying to bring back in their 6-pack box. The easiest thing to bring is 6 packs of cans because they stack pretty well, or those tall 4-packs because you can always find a place in your saddlebags to cram them. And I also have a backpack that holds the bigger bottles, but these 12-ounce 6-packs of bottles are really inconvenient for me, and maybe as a result of that, I never have tried this exact IPA, although I love IPAs, and I've seen this one several times. I also... what was I going to say? I also might not have gotten it before because it's a low ABV, 5.9%. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just typically, I don't know, I start to look, I don't know. I think if I had to pick my ideal IPA alcohol percent, it would be like 6.7%. Yeah, I'm actually going down to the decimal point. Anyway, I've never had this one. It looks really good today. They're describing it as hoppy, grapefruity, and refreshing. Those are all tastes that I need and love right now. 55 IBU, so moderate bitterness. So let me read some data on it. First of all, Goose Island is a Chicago brewery, which I've never had any of their beers, and I'm kind of excited too because my mom is from Chicago, and I have a lot of family from the Chicago area, and I grew up in Austin, Texas, but you know, I'm excited to have a Chicago beer. They make good food, good pizza and stuff up there. So, and this brewery's been around since 1988, I think. You know, sole founder and small craft brewing company. It's, I'm sure, gotten bigger now and expanded, of course. But it started off just like so many of these great breweries do, as one man's dream and personal work. So. This says the Goose, I'm reading from their website, which, by the way, is a decent website. It looks great. It's not the easiest to navigate ever, but it's not that hard. It's just Maine Beer Company set the standard for me for brewery websites. So the gooseisland.com tells me that Goose Island's flagship IPA is a 6-time medal winner at the Great American Beer Festival. We've taken the traditional English style and created our own fuller flavored IPA with bright citrus aromas and a bold hop finish. With hoppy, bold, and smooth flavor, Goose IPA is the perfect beer for hopheads and discovery drinkers alike. I am freaking drooling right now. I'm so thirsty. I have been riding around my motorcycle up and down the interstate, running some errands, and I am so ready for this. Color, it says dark yellow. Okay, the hops. This is interesting to me. The hops are 4 varieties: Pilgrim, Celia, Cascade, and Centennial. Now, of course, I know Cascade and Centennial. They're in everything, and I love them. A lot of times they provide that kind of delicate grapefruity flavor and maybe a little piney flavor, which are all the ones I love. But the Celia, and I'm not sure I'm saying that right, and Pilgrim hops, I don't think I've ever seen those in a beer that I've had, so I have no clue what that is. The malts are Turo, Bonn, Munich, and C20. So as I've said before, I don't really... I feel like I've learned something about how hop variety profiles will taste a little bit, but malts, I feel like I'm clueless. I almost feel like you'd have to become a brewer, home brewer, to start to get an actual feel for what malts, specific malts, do to a beer. It seems kind of tough for me to untangle what's what. They say the flavor is a balanced hop profile, gentle, lightly sweet linger. So with the lower ABV, just under 6%, with the types of hops that they're using and the descriptors that they're using, and just my overall vibe that I'm getting from the presentation, I'm expecting a light, delicate, refreshing, grapefruity, piney sort of beer with a bready sort of malt finish. Good Lord, I hope that's what I'm going to get, because that is totally what I'm in the mood for right now. I like their little goose, cute little goose guy. And so I'm going to say they've done a decent packaging job. It's pretty clean. I like the colors. Other than it being in a bottle right now, I'm sure they sell it in cans too. But other than that, my minor complaints about me trying to transport a bottle, I'm pretty excited about everything about this beer so far. Canned or drink. It doesn't give a packaged date, but it says drink by 18th of April. 2021. Well, it's now December 4th of 2020, so I'm about 5 months ahead of that. If I had to guess, that means they bottled this between 4 to 6 weeks ago, but that's purely a guess. I'm about to crack this thing open because I can't talk. I can't wait anymore. When I crack it, I will pour it on camera, and then as I always do, I'm going to go run and take a photo of it for my Instagram, at Craft Christian Reviews on Instagram. Go find me over there. I take a photo of almost every beer, try to make them look nice, and there's a lot of action over there with the craft beer community, not just on mine, but all sorts of people doing all sorts of cool photos and stuff. I'm having a lot of fun over there. So let's crack this thing open and see how it pours. Just a slight little, quiet little hiss, no foam, no head, no bubbles really coming up. Let's pour. I'm going to go get the photo after this. Okay, light color, orange. Yeah. Nice. Pretty. I'll be right back. Ooh, I like those bubbles. And we're back. Note to self, Christian, just because you're eager to get a photo with the beer and then drink it, don't run with the beer bottle. Look what I did. It turned a gigantic pile of foam and it won't go away. There's actually much more head in the bottle now. That's like half the friggin' thing than there is in my actual beer glass. Smells so good. A little sweet, very piney, hoppy, grapefruity, just like they said. A little bit of citrus, just like they said, just like I was hoping. It reminds me in some ways of the Bell's Two-Hearted Ale smell, and it also reminds me of the Lone Pint Yellow Rose IPA. And it's also got just that classic beer smell that sometimes I compare to the smell of a college party where you smell beer all around you, but that's not the most flattering comparison. It's actually a pretty decent smell when it's a good beer smell. So I'm going to taste it. I'm so thirsty. Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Thank you, gods of beer. So it's got a little more bite than I was expecting. It is delicate. It is clean and bright and hoppy. But it's also a very, it almost reminds me in a way of the taste of a lager. There's like this almost lager-ish taste. It's like if you took a lager and intensified it by 10 times. I don't know if that makes any sense. As I said before, I'm not always able to describe these things. I like to talk about the experience of it. God, that's good, though. Ooh, yeah. This is the fastest I've ever drank a beer on this review. I'm struggling not to just slam it back. I really am. I'm so thirsty, and it's only 5.9%. I know I could get away with it. It's nice and cold. It's definitely a little more aggressive than I expected. A little more bite is the word I'm going to use. From the carbonation, has a little bit of bite. The bitterness is a little more perceptible than I expected. There's a little less delicate than I thought it would be. So I'm just searching for words here. The aftertaste lingers very nicely. That's good. It's real good. I like this quite a bit. I can easily see how it's won all these medals. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm an IPA fanatic. I don't think it's gonna. I always am able to tell pretty quickly. I don't think it's gonna replace my top 3 or top 5 rotation, which includes things like the Bell's Two-Hearted, the Lone Pint, Yellow Rose IPA, the Odell IPA. Really, any Odell IPA is gonna be able to fit in those top 3. Maybe something like. Well, I don't want to just list all the other beers I like, but those are 3 of my all-time favorite. Maybe the main beer company IPAs and pale ales, like the Mo Pale Ale and the Lunch IPA, which I've got one of, by the way. So it's real good. I would. This is definitely near the bottom of. Well, I was gonna say near the bottom of my top 10. I don't know if I can really say that. First of all, it sounds negative when actually it's a really good thing, considering how many good IPAs I've had. But I also think don't hold me to that. It's. I don't know if I can be that quantitative about where I would rank it. I don't really think like that. What I'm trying to say is I like it, and you should get it. So if you haven't had this one, give it a try. If you like kind of IPAs with a little bite, but also very sessionable. So bite with the taste, but kind of easy to knock back a couple. Very refreshing. Perfect for my intentions right now, which were to refresh myself after this long day of riding all around. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. I've got a ton more cool IPAs and all sorts of stouts and crazy sours and Berliner Weisses. I'm going to keep doing reviews. So subscribe, Give me a like if you like this stuff. Please leave a comment if you hate it or if you love it, what you like or dislike about my reviews. And if you've had this beer, what you thought of it. If you've had anything else by Goose Island. Oh, great, now I got the hiccups. If you've had anything else by Goose Island that you'd recommend, if you've had other Chicago breweries that I could try to get my hands on, I think this company distributes a little more widely compared to maybe a more local Chicago craft brew, but let me know in the comments. And again, go find me on Instagram, @CraftChristianReviews. You can see the picture I took of this one. I'll try to make it look real pretty for you, and see the other beers I've been trying out, and get a little bit of extra commentary over there. So, I will see you in the next video. For now, enjoy whatever you're drinking, be safe, take care of your loved ones, and yeah, have a good rest of your evening. I'll talk to you again soon. Peace out.